Hey everyone. All right. So I have a quest coming up, but I wanted to explain it a little bit. So 4 times a year, there's some major energy centers that come in, like energy that's coming in on a astrologically, but also um, it brings in major downloads from cosmic and galactic downloads of energy, right? And so there are two solstices, one in June and one in December. And I usually do free meditations for that, so keep an eye out for those. I love having people come into those, and there's major downloads that help to work with the entire collective consciousness when the solstices come in. The second thing that happens though is this: there's equinoxes, right? And so the equinoxes, when they come in, usually the third week in March, and then usually like the third week in September. Now for those, I actually do full-on quest. There's like this beautiful energy within the equinox where there's like this balance of energy that happens. And so all the energy that comes in on the solstice, when you get to the equinox, everything starts to settle out, and it's another sort of download that comes in, but it's very balancing and harmonizing, so it's a really nice time to do quest. So they are sacred moments, really, when those four things happen each year, and we're all affected by it collectively. And when you participate in a quest, in terms of doing it at those times of the year, you're not only using that energy and surfing that wave of energy to help yourself, but you're also, when you make yourself like an acupuncture point on the planet for channeling that energy, you're also helping the entire collective and the earth itself. So it's like a win-win-win. It's like a triple bottom line, so it's like a win-win-win for everybody when that happens. So you're doing good for yourself, doing good for others, and you're doing good for the earth as a whole. So this particular quest that's coming up, because there's always a theme of beings and energies that work with us, this particular one, it's a group of beings called the Order of Light, and it's like a combination. It's sort of like a galactic council, where it's going to be the Order of Melchizedek, Sananda, which is another word for Jesus as an ascended master, Lady Portia, the Great Divine Director, and some of the orders, some of the Lords of Karma, right? Lady Portia and the Great Divine Director are also on the boards of Karma. So what this particular quest seems to be doing as we're coming into this 2024 year is that they're helping us to clear any of the really sort of deep karmic activities that maybe we have in our life, things from other lifetimes, things from our childhood, things that are generational. And what they do is, it's like they're giving us this big boost of energy, so that it's like a divine intervention, to where as long as you're showing up in the energy and doing your part and saying, yes, I'm willing to clear this, then what happens is they come in and they start to clear out a whole bunch of junk. And so when you work with angels and ascended masters and galactic councils, your own tribes of light, different star beings, etc., they work in collaboration with us to help us with our own higher life path and what we can do. But if you find that there's parts of us that get kind of stuck or fractured in our life, and we just don't quite move forward, or we're just doing the same old thing or making the same old choices, so this is where they come in and they're helping us. And so this particular quest has a lot to do with a sense of self-forgiveness. Like, a lot of times we feel like we're stuck because this life event happened, or that tragedy, or that trauma, and we think of it as something external. But when you come back into the use of your free will in this higher energy, it's actually got this beautiful energy of self-forgiveness, clears karma. And when you go into forgiveness on any level, whether it's forgiveness with God because we blame this higher power for something, forgiveness with a parent or a partner or something that's happened in life, or forgiveness with self, which I think is really one of the core ones that happens, we literally start to bioengineer ourselves. So forgiveness is actually one of the greatest tools in terms of our soul's evolution, that then help us move more into a depth of compassion which takes us into a field of unity, a field of unification, a field of oneness, which deals a lot with the 12th chakra. So we're actually being able to activate our energies in terms of, in these quests, we're working a lot in the upper chakra system above our body now, because so much light's come in, we're able to, it's just easier. So we're using more of our divine gifts, intuitions, powers, charismas that are like a divine inheritance being held in our higher chakra system and bringing them down through our body now. And we're starting to literally, as we're going into 2024 and 2025, we're starting to begin embodying these higher qualities of the higher chakra system, you know, and so compassion and unity being one. So this quest is helping us with these other beings of light, are really going to stand behind us to really go in and release a lot of the stuff that maybe we've cleared. Again, it's from this lifetime and other lifetimes where we're helping to move this out, and the amount of freedom that comes from it, I can't even tell you. So it's like this huge amount of freedom, self-acceptance that's happening, and deep forgiveness. It's like there's this inner peace that's starting to come from it. And in that inner peace and depth of compassion for self, and then depth of compassion for all of life, and just being a better version of ourselves. So I would love to have you join in this quest. And oftentimes the March quest, which is a 7-day quest, and then I do the September one, which is a 21-day quest, they oftentimes, I find, kind of tag one another. Like the one in March will sometimes kind of open up and support even more deeply the one in September. So I do have a discount if you're interested in doing both of them. But if you haven't done a quest, this is a very easy one to step into. Give it a try. The links are here, and I would love to participate with you. It actually starts March 13th through the 22nd, because that's when it actually ends. Okay, hope to see you soon, and I'm so excited. Okay.